Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2023-2024 men's basketball season preview for the Thiel Tomcats. Here with Coach Loomis and Marlon Ellerbee of the Thiel men's basketball program. Coach, we'll start with you. Taking a quick look at last season, you guys upset Geneva in the PAC quarterfinals before falling in the PAC semifinals. Can you talk about the experience that your young guys gained from playing the playoffs last season that will carry you into this year?
Well, we hope the experience helped, but we'll see. With me, it's what are you going to do for us now? So last year's experience was okay. People thought, well, it's an upset. Well, I didn't think so. We get in the playoffs every year, but then we don't get past the second round for the last 4 or 5 years. So the first round's fine, but you need to get the championship game if you're going to have a successful season. This year's no different. This team has a little bit of maturity playing-wise, but I don't know how mentally mature they are yet. You won't find that out till probably January. So, but I think we've strengthened our team in regard to our bench. Our experience is much better this year because we played, 3 freshmen last year. But we'll have 2 freshmen playing this year. Of the 5, 2 will help us during the season. So last year's experience was good. Unfortunately, we lost our best player, probably the best player in the league, or at least second best, and Ahmad broke his foot, so he didn't play the whole year. With him, it might have been a little different, but yet that team did pretty good with the inexperience they had. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, and let's mention that freshman class a little bit that you're going into. What do you think they can do to push you guys over the edge this season?
Well, we'll see. Same old thing with me. It's no, everybody talks about recruiting. Recruiting is the most important thing that you do as a coach. Because without, I don't care how good a coach you are. Without good players, you're not going to win. And experienced players. So freshmen are freshmen. I always say about freshmen, they're not any good until they're juniors. So, they help you win championships. It's like, they're going to fit in. We have a couple that'll fit in very much quicker than we anticipated. And they're going to push a couple of the older guys to get better much quicker. So, but they'll help. We have 2 that our weakness right now is rebounding. On a defensive inside on defense, which has always been our strength. This year, it's our perimeter game that's going to really carry us, I think, early. So those 2 freshmen, and maybe another one will pop up along the way, that will help us. The experience of the older guys and a couple of new guys, that's going to, I think, we'll see if we're better than 5th place like they thought.
Now let's talk about some of those older guys, including Marlon Ellerbee, Rayshad Hooper, Elijah Harden, and Mike Brown. Talk about what you expect from them this season and how can they help you guys win a PAC title.
Well, I think that all 3 of them have experience. Ellerbee and Hooper have the most experience because they're a little bit older. And Kayam, I think everybody forgets about little Kayam. He's a really spark plug to our team. I think he's much more important than a lot of the other guys on the team because he changed the pace of the game. He's very coachable. I think there's 2 things when we talk about recruiting and playing and winning championships. You can't have guys that, one, when I recruit, it's how hard they play. 2, are they coachable? Now we have quite a few. This bunch here is pretty coachable. But we'll see how hard we play every day in practice, which, that dictates how hard you play in games because every day is game day. But Hooper and Ellerbee, they should step up and play well. Right now, Ellerbee's doing okay. Hooper, he's not ahead of where he should be. And a couple of other guys, Harden's only a sophomore, and so is Brown. So, you expect them to be a little bit better. But I think all of them that returned got much bigger and stronger. And see, we used to be teams that walked into the gym and everybody said, oh, man, that's like a 5-point, 10-point lead because we're so big and strong. We're getting to that area as far as an overall team to where we used to be big, strong, and athletic. And I think all those guys have improved in the weight room this year, and that's real big for me.
And now what do you expect from your team this season?
Whatever it ends up. I never have high expectations for any of them because you know what? That only leads to dejection at the end, no matter if you win a championship or not. For me, no matter how well you do and you lose the last game, you're depressed for the rest of the year. So we wait and see. This team, I expect them to go further than last year's team. I think that they have the ability, they have the potential, along with the bench, to get the championship game, and also to do well in the conference. You win the regular season's almost meaningless anymore. You have to win the playoff. So get the playoffs, see what happens. Hopefully you get home floor advantage. But that's up to them. Our expectations as coaches and fans and everything else, it's kind of meaningless. It all starts in the locker room with the kids. And it's that leadership that we've lacked the last 3 years, adult, mature leadership. And I think if that comes out of the locker room every day, then this team has the chance to compete for a conference championship.
Now we'll switch to you, Marlon. Talk about last season for a minute. You guys made it to the PAC semifinals. Can you talk about what that experience and making a run the playoffs will help shape you this season?
I feel like that experience was really well for a lot of our young guys. You know, they got to play with a few injuries. Guys like Rudy, Mike, Elijah got to play. So with that year under their belt and us making it to the semifinals, I feel like we're more hungry this year to actually get to the championship this year and actually make a chance to win it.
With this being your senior year, you looked out as one of the leaders of this team. Can you explain how you look forward to this role and how you look to mentor this freshman class and those younger guys that are taking up a big role this year?
I feel like it's a big opportunity for me, you know, coming in, just actually being more vocal and actually showing my leadership besides, like, whether coach gets on me or not, like, just not talking back so it doesn't, like, trickle down to younger guys because they kind of look up to me right now, and just making sure I'm doing the right things at all time and just being that leader on and off the court.
Now, do you want to talk about your expectations this season? Will it be personally as a team?
I don't really have any, like, personal expectations, honestly. It's just going out there and just winning every game.
It's great to hear. The Tomcats open up the 2023-24 season on the road when they travel to take on Penn State Barron at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, along with the home opener against Franciscan on November 18th at 3 p.m. with WXCC 80.1 FM and the TCTV Boxcast stream for that home opener. Thank you guys for coming in. Coach, Marlon,
Thanks.
thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.